welcome to my chicken with lemon and rosemary video. Oh, very simple, very easy, very yummy. Now you can serve this with mash and veggies or roast potatoes and veggies or anyhow you want to. I'm just going to serve it with some plain rice tonight. So the first thing I'm going to do is just get the water on to boil for the rice. Okay, so the first thing we need is you're supposed to have, don't you love the way I start that every time? You're supposed to have 2 kilos of chicken thigh fillets, which is roughly about 18. Now I've got 1.3 kilo and that's going to have to do because there's only like 3 of us tonight, so I just don't need that much anyway. So what I'm going to do is still make up everything exactly like it would be if you were doing 2 kilo. So I've changed absolutely nothing, alright? So okay, so we need 2 kilo of chicken thighs. We need chicken stock, a little bit of corn flour, a lemon, some rosemary, either 3 cloves of fresh garlic crushed, or 3 heaped tablespoons of the jar garlic, and some cream. That's all we need for this. Oh, and some dry white wine if you like using wine. I'm going to use some more chicken stock instead of the wine, but if you love using your dry white wines in there, whack that in there too. And that is all we need, folks. Alrighty, we're just going to prepare a couple of things first. So we want to get our rosemary, and we basically just want to chop up equal to a tablespoon. Once we've done that, we set that aside for a minute. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to get our lemon, and we want to grate with a little grater. We want to grate just the yellow off, and we want to do 1 teaspoon. Now once we've done that, we set that aside, and now we want to juice 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and set them aside. Now we want to get something small and put 1 tablespoon of water in there. We want to put 2 teaspoons of corn flour in there and mix it really well and set it aside. Alrighty, we're almost ready to rock and roll. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is get your chicken stock ready with the cup measurement ready. Get your cloves of garlic, crushed garlic out, crush up 3, or get your jar garlic ready. Now we need to get out a deep frying pan. I'm just going to use my electric one as always, and start heating it up. Alrighty, first thing we want to do is heat our pan up on halfway. We want to do roughly a tablespoon of olive oil. Now what we want to do is we want to get the chicken thighs, and we'll probably have to do it in a couple of batches, but we just want to brown them. We don't want to cook them, but we want to brown them on both sides. Now we've just browned them, take them all out. Stick them onto a plate for a minute. Now keep your pan going. We want to add 1 cup of stock. Now if you're using dry white wine, after you put your 1 cup of stock in, now you put your half a cup of dry white wine. I'm not using it, so I'm using an extra half a cup of stock. Alright, you want to put your 3 crushed garlic in, or your 3 heaped tablespoons or teaspoons of jar garlic. Now if you've got wine, you want to definitely cook it out for a couple of minutes. Your lemon rind, your lemon juice, your rosemary. Okay, give it a good mix in. Now remember, boil it for a good couple of minutes if you've got the wine in. So as soon as it comes up to the boil, if you don't, you want your chicken back in. Okay, now that it's got straight back up to a boil again, now what we want to do is we want to turn it down to a simmer. And we just want to simmer it for 20 minutes, and I will turn it in 10. Turn them all in 10. So just a beautiful light simmer for 20 minutes, turning them in 10 minutes. I know I repeat myself, but I have to remind myself. After 20 minutes, you want to just, I'm going to turn it right down now. You want to just cut through a bit of chicken and cut through a fat bit of chicken and make sure it's cooked. If it's not cooked yet, just keep simmering it for a bit longer until it is. Now it's up to you. You can cut them in half if you want. See those, you know how they're, what do you call it, like that? You can cut those bits off and have them in half if you want, or you can leave them all whole. Now once I've done this, I've turned it right down just to give us time to do it. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is we want to pull all the chicken out and stick it on a plate for a minute. Alrighty, now all our chicken's out and we've turned it right down. Don't panic about the little bit of oil you see in there. We're using olive oil, which is actually really good for you. Now we want to grab out cream, and we want to measure out 1/4 cup of cream and have that sitting here ready to go. Next thing we want to do is just give our corn flour and water another little stir. And now we want to crank our frying pan back up to halfway, and we want to get it to boiling. Once we get it to start boiling, we want to add our corn flour and water mix, and we want to constantly mix it until we thicken it up and reduce it down just a little bit. Shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes at the most. Alright, that literally took a couple of minutes. Once we can start seeing patterns in the pan, we're winning. Okay, now we want to turn it down to low, literally. Alright, and as soon as it stops boiling, we want to add our cream. So just wait till it cools down a fraction. Alright, so we've got it on the lowest possible heat now. Okay, now we add our cream. We mix that in really well. Alrighty, chicken back in. Now you want to give your chicken a good mix around, and you want it to soak up those beautiful, yummy, creamy juices we've just done. I'll turn it up just a little bit now because that's way too low in the frying pan. We don't want it to boil, we just want it to stay nice and warm. And while the chicken's warming up, just grab whatever you're doing, whatever you're going to do it with. Put some chicken on there. Put some of this beautiful sauce over the top. Oh, yeah, baby. Yum. Add a wedge of lemon. If you want to get fancy, put a little sprig of... Boom. There you have it. Lemon and rosemary chicken. I can't tell you how nice it is. How simple is that, eh? Oi, thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves an awesome night. You know me. I'll be back. Bye.